04560600973. We've had what a boom year it is for tourism in the UK this year. Maybe you've decided you just simply can't afford to be part of it. And you're stuck like Janet, who is, quote, literally raging with anger. Janet says, I go to Turkey every year. All my friends are in Turkey. They're making me stay at home, but I refuse to holiday here. It's making my blood boil. Raging with anger, and Janet's blood is boiling. You may not feel that passionately about it, but when you come to make a decision, particularly if you're going to continue, when you simply decide traveling the street, you don't believe in that connection.
'Brexit, where we would get European labour in.
What can you do at this stage of the season to hire people?
I think that's something that's difficult to me. People have been asked to see if any relatives want a job, a part-time job. Actually looking to see what we can do when the schools break up for children, not children, they're young adults at 16 to 18 to come in. I started picking up classes at 14 when I was young. A lot of that is gone. Now we can cover the safeguarding, so some aspects would be, but it's difficult. You can't replace the chefs that way. You might be able to help with the room cleaning and other chores, but it is going to be a challenge this year. And it's right across the country. It's Wales, Scotland, everywhere's feeling the same problem.
And not what you need when business is booming.
No, exactly, and some young people, literally turned around at the end and said, understandably, we've been locked down most of last year, been locked down all winter, we've saved some money, we've got a bit of time off, and we don't want to come to work, not this season, so, do understand that. That should be 2021, 22, 23, we've lost the last 15 months.
We've heard from some listeners talking about almost regularly goes to home and saying he has to pay much more this year.
Yeah, I think anybody who's charging more than normal rates, we wouldn't condemn anyway, but what we have found is
That's why the money has happened, particularly in the last year, the business for prices. Because they charge 15 to 20% commission. So again, the businesses are offered. So our advice is have a look around different places. Visit.cornwall.com exists, so do many other websites. But contact business direct because you might find that there is availability, even though it's not showing on the big platforms. And where are you going on holiday? Scotland now?
We'll be staying in Cornwall.
to minimise travel in and out of the region. Measures including military support and enhanced in-school testing will also be extended to tackle a rise in the Delta variant of COVID-19. The DUP has confirmed Paul Given will succeed Arlene Foster as Northern Ireland's First Minister. The Lagan Valley MLA is due to take up his post with a number of other ministers on Monday. And the weather dry with clear periods for most this evening. Cloud and drizzle in some western parts of England and Scotland. A low of 9 Celsius.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. LBC.
6 months after, Margaret Keenan became the first person in the United Kingdom to have her jab. Vaccines Minister Nadeem Zahawi be speaking to us exclusively. What was the biggest hurdle to clear?
It was some pretty difficult days. The virus was designed to challenge liberal democracies like ours. Then the vaccine, I think, is designed to play to the strength of DNA of the 4 nations that make up these islands.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Weekday mornings from 7. Listen live on Global Player. LBC.
I want to give my newsagents a shout out. I'm there every morning for the papers and whenever we run out of milk, and I couldn't have got through the last year without them. Now it's your turn. American Express are asking you to give your favourite small business a shout out. Search Shop Small Pledge to nominate your choice, and you could be rewarded with a £250 voucher to spend there. Let's go shop small with American Express.
Eligible small businesses only. See promoentries.com/shopsmallpledge for full T's and C's.
When the time is right to go places, you want to make sure you feel safe and... that's why at LNER, we've made fewer seats available on all our trains, so you can sit further. Plus, we're making sure everything is clean. Please plan ahead and try to avoid busy times. And remember to bring your face covering. We'll get you there with care. This is our LNER.
You're probably not thinking of changing your cleaning contractor, but if we could offer your workplace a deep clean that eliminates 99.99% of viruses each month as standard, I bet you would. Well, now we do. It's the surface protection contract from Ice Cleaning, using electrostatic spray technology. It's helping businesses return to the workplace, from churches and council offices right up to West Ham United Football Club. For full details, visit ice-cleaning.com, the UK's cleaning experts.
Nothing compares to a real holiday, especially when you know that everything is taken care of. The TUI Holiday Promise puts flexibility first with free changes, plus exclusive testing packages from just £20 per person. Book your summer holiday with confidence. Nothing compares. TUI. Discover your smile. All protected. Booking T's and C's apply. Free changes up to 28 days before travel. Selected holidays. See website for details.
Summer's here, and Ocado's got a scorching deal just for you. For all you love at first biters, Magnum Minis, classic white chocolate and almond for £2. And you back garden bronzers, can you do my backers? Sun cream from £5, including ombre solaire. However you do summer,
There's an Ocado just for you.
Magnum deal ends 29th of June. Sun cream ends 31st of August. Selected items, geographical restrictions.
So I called me mate Tom and I said, I'm waiting for my Chinese to be delivered. What are you up to? And he said, I'm waiting for my car to be delivered from Cinch. I said, oh, Cinch. And he said, yeah, Cinch. Like you said, Cinch lets you buy a quality check used car online with a 14-day money-back guarantee. And I said, delivery included, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, speak of the devil, that's my lemon pepper chicken. And he said, nah, that's my tasty motto. You're in the driving seat now, Brittany. Cinch. Cars without the faff. UK mainland delivery only. T's and C's apply.
This is LBC with Eddie Mayer. Call 0345 6060 973.
As far as the UK government's concerned, we're all going on a summer holiday, but not too far. Tell me what you think of staycationing. Wesley on Twitter says, as a teacher, I can't afford a holiday, be it in the UK or abroad. All prices triple during half-term or summer holidays. Many are fortunate to take cheap holidays during term time. And Camille says, for some of us, holidays abroad are a chance to meet with our families and friends. Me and my wife, we didn't have a chance to see our family for 24 months. 0345 6060 973. Now, your regular COVID report tonight with LBC's Vicky Smith.
Military support and more COVID testing is being rolled out in parts of the northwest. It's to tackle rising cases of the Delta variant able to meet outside where possible and minimise travel in and out of the region. So LBC has been out getting reaction in Bury.
Well, I completely appreciate these rules need to be in place. It's just so confusing, and you don't know if you're coming or going, really, with what you can do and what you can't do.
Well, I don't think it's fair
At all.
to keep changing it that much. We don't know whether we're coming or going.
We'll get there one day, but people have just got to be patient.
The same advice also applies to other areas of England where there are existing concerns about the mutation, including Bedford, Kirklees and Leicester. The Mayor of Greater Manchester has insisted that this is not a return to another local lockdown. It is guidance. Andy Burnham is calling for the vaccine programme to be accelerated in the region.
We are not asking for any more vaccine here than our fair share. What we are asking for is the bringing forward of Greater Manchester's supplies so that we can run a surge vaccination programme over the next 3 weeks, and particularly in areas that are higher case areas, so that we can get vaccine take-up over and above 85%.
Almost 500,000 jabs have been booked on the NHS website after the vaccine rollout in England was extended this morning to 25s and over. It's been called a Glastonbury-style rush for appointments. The surge in demand meant the site was struggling. Today also marks exactly half a year since the first COVID jab was given out in the UK. Yvette Ode is the clinical lead for the vaccine programme in Yorkshire.
If you had said to me 6 months ago that in 6 months' time people over the age of 25 will be able to book their vaccine, I would have been amazed, because that would have meant that we were ahead of schedule in the programme.
As you've been talking about, a government minister has said that we should be staycationing in the UK this year. George Eustice says unless absolutely necessary, we shouldn't be going abroad. Of course, it comes as Portugal is now on the amber list, and it was at 4 a.m. that it was moved, meaning anyone arriving after that time has to quarantine. So LBC was at Gatwick Airport this morning speaking to travellers who had narrowly missed out on that deadline.
Because of the trauma I've had trying to get out of Portugal, it's only now that I'm coming to terms with. So for 10 days, it's going to impact on my family.
So it seems pretty ridiculous that if our flight had been 5 hours earlier, there'd be no quarantine, no expensive tests.
We have to be responsible, and we'll do exactly what the government has asked us to do.
Nicola Sturgeon says the Scottish Government is drawing up plans to vaccinate young people aged between 12 and 15 against coronavirus. The First Minister says her administration will move as quickly as practically possible if jabs for that age group get the go-ahead. And just lastly, the latest COVID figures for the UK have been released, and sadly there have been 13 more deaths. Just over 6,000 new cases have been reported, and there has been another 419,000 vaccinations.
Vicky Smith with the LBC COVID report. 47 as always COVID 1 year ago. Right now, staycations is very much what the UK government would like us to do this summer. Have you decided to abandon your plans to travel abroad? Have you done so under duress? Or frankly, are you getting into it? Caroline says staycations are so much easier. There's lots of beautiful places to visit in the UK. Howard in Essex just booked 8 nights in a hotel in Snowdonia for my family of 4. Much cheaper than other locations, which will be crammed with staycationers. Those pesky staycationers, don't you hate them? Our first summer staycation, says Howard. I'm looking forward to having a break from it all. Not quite the holiday I wanted in Florida. Caroline says, get used to it, she's enjoying it. But this listener says, we will make do with UK holidays while we have to, but it's back to real holidays as soon as we can, I'm afraid. It's like drinking Foster's until they can get a decent beer back on tap. I'm sure Foster's is a perfectly lovely beer, although I couldn't vouch for it personally. I'm sure it's wonderful. Maybe tomorrow we'll have live beer testing throughout the show, although I can't do a show drunk. Not again. Here's Rob in Dorset. Rob, should we come to you in Dorset?
Good afternoon, anyhow. Thank you for having me on.
What are you doing? You staycationing?
Well, as the chair of the National Glamping Association, I'm definitely staycationing.
The National Glamping Association. What responsibilities does the chairman of the National Glamping Association have?
Yes, there are some financial crisis, so that's when glamping really can trace back its birth, when people chose not to go abroad. And obviously this year people are being wisely advised not to go abroad again, and the UK has some wonderful locations. I'm not sure I agree with the comment about Foster's and real holidays, but I think Four Corners, Nick and Caroline definitely have it right. There's a variety of our members, provide holidays from self-catering, so it's not so expensive. You can bring as little or as much as you need. And this year, the government have extended the ability for locations, sites, fields, farmers to have pop-up sites for a longer period. So there's more supply out there. The key is to do your research, speak to the sites. Our members are there to help you, and they're more than happy to talk to you about their passion.
Well, if I may, Rob, who is staying with glamping this season for the first time? Who is coming to you? Because I wonder if someone's normal holiday